Of the four people we're going to be discussing today, I hold a lot of reverence for two of them. I think you can probably already guess which two I appreciate, and the other two that I completely and totally despise, okay? Mostly by the coverage that we're going to be providing, and the fact that I am, yes, a straight male who is in shape, who likes to have a laugh every once in a while, and who can articulate his position with some sort of rapidity. Ethan Klein receives cease and desist letter from Andrew Tate, calls out netizens, sports kitty, you should be shot for this, who backs the latter's ideas. Yeah, okay. I seen a little bit about this, okay, because I seen just a little bit of an update yesterday, okay, in regards to Andrew Tate files a cease and desist, okay, files a lawsuit against Ethan Klein. Okay, for what exactly? And then I started to think about it, and it's like, oh, he's one of the chief defamation propagators that's out there saying, he's a human trafficker, he rapes girls. It's bad. Listen, motherfucker, you had every single opportunity, okay? Myron from the Fresh and Fit podcast offered to fly your fat ass and the second guy that we're going to be talking about, Hasan Piker, to come down in person to Miami from fucking Los Angeles. Get them flued out to Miami to have an in-person debate, because all you're doing is just lobbing accusations. Fuck, you bought some dumb bitch onto your fucking platform in order to smear Myron off of some absolutely ridiculous allegations, and then after you did that, Myron and Fresh was there as well, went on a 6-hour screed breaking down all of her accusations, the fact that they were totally fucking false, and you lost over 10,000 fucking subscribers because you did all of that dumb shit. Everybody within earshot, even if they don't like Fresh and Fit because, I don't know, they're popular, they even were like, dude, that's really retarded, okay? And you just went off of the fact that some bitch said that, oh, Myron was mean to me, and oh, I felt pressured to have sex with him. Yeah, no such thing ended up occurring, okay? And how can you be a willing participant up until you just say, well, I'm a big fan of yours, Ethan. I just love the fact that I have the attention of you right now. It's so wonderful. No, you want to do all that shit. You just want to lob pot shots from behind your screen or your very large screen, okay? And you don't think that there's going to be any consequences for your actions? Oh, I just love it. I love it when shit like this happens, because you want to be a bully. You think that you have the bigger platform right now, so you can just say whatever you want. You think you can get away with it. And then, when you finally face repercussions, you think that, look at all those people on the other side. They're just free speech hypocrites because they aren't coming to my defense. Oh, the same people that you want killed in the streets, that you want their conventions bombed. Oh, weird how those people just aren't coming and just lining up to help you. The same people who you turned your back on, you gained all of your fame off of, 5-6 years ago, okay? The people who you were dropping the N-bomb for in order to get any sort of attention, the people who were fans of Filthy Frank, who seen your autistic ass hop into a couple of his videos, you jacked his audience, okay? You did a little rigmarole about being one of the free speech comedy guys, and then you decided to expand into your very large chair and host your fucking safe, PC, non-aggressive, low energy, low frequency content where you just mumble with your 3 fucking chins, because that is an old as shit picture that he has right there. I'd pull up something, but I want to keep my lunch down right now. That would be a little bit more accurate. But let's see what this fucking spurg has on the menu. Ethan Klein, the host of the massively popular H3 podcast. Is it massively popular? It's really only, massively popular, okay? When they're talking about Andrew Tate, okay? Let's be completely honest here, because their baseline is about his baseline on that stupid H3 podcast. I've never watched a full episode. I was never a fan back in the day. A lot of people who currently detract on Ethan Klein used to be fans back in the day, back when he was funny and all that shit. He was never really my cup of tea, okay? Another person that Ethan Klein also stabbed in the back, I was a much bigger fan of, JonTron. Still am to this day. Probably one of the oldest subscriptions that I have on my YouTube feed on my personal account. But he stabbed him in the back, way back in the cut, okay? So again, I've always just known of H3, okay? And yeah, I liked his interview with Jordan Peterson, okay? And you can go back and, you can't watch those anymore because, again, H3's new audience, the one that he cultivated of all of these leftist wokies, okay, who want everybody canceled at a moment's notice, just like Andrew Tate, people in those vein, wanted the Jordan Peterson, both of the, one podcast or 2 podcasts? One of the I think it was, regardless, the podcast with Jordan Peterson, they needed to be taken down off the platform, because you can't platform somebody who sounds like a Muppets character. Like, he wasn't saying anything specifically. Like, they talked about ghost stories in the second half of it, okay? And they were also talking about free speech issues. And funny thing about that, of, what's his nuts there? Hugh Mungus or some shit like that. Oh, he was getting Me Too'd. Funny what, different values and different things will change when somebody sells out their principles. But anyways, yeah, sure, massively popular. 20,000 baseline, then when you start to talk about Tate, it might touch up to about 50. So again, you yourself, you're popular-ish, okay? There are more popular shows that are out there, but it mostly just comes down to the subject material. Just saying. Shared a surprising tweet revealing the controversial internet personality Andrew Tate had sent a letter to the former demanding that he stop talking about him. Oh, that's not entirely true. Not entirely true now, is it? Stop saying the defamatory things, because you can't stop him from talking about Tate, okay? You can make fun of, he's got a bald head, and he's got a snake tattoo, and he's just not good for masculinity. No, you can't continue to defame a man off of things that you know are absolutely and verifiably untrue. That's the thing about defamation, okay? You're walking into the exact same trap that Amber Heard walked into. Funny, strange bedfellows. King-sized bedfellows in that case. Tate has been the top of the headlines of all internet news segments over the past few months due to his toxic and hypermasculine ideas and ethos. Oh my god, Sherian, I can't pronounce your name. I don't want to either. Again, you just watched the clips. You don't watch any of the long-form content. Oh, okay, cool. You're probably a fan and a subscriber of H3 because he is non-threatening unless you leave a drink around him without you in close proximity. I'm just saying, it's always the male feminists who are the real fucking danger to society. Andrew Tate never hit a woman. Ethan Klein had to give a bitch a green card in order to drop a kid out. He was recently suspended from every big tech platform. Okay, we already know this stuff. Propelling a heated debate among netizens on freedom of speech. In a sarcastic tone, Ethan was seen pointing out those who defended Tate's right to speech by adding, "Oh, fucking hilarious take here, Ethan. Dear free speech champions that defended Andrew Tate. Andrew Tate did nothing wrong. Tell me what you think about this. I just got a cease and desist letter from Andrew Tate. He demands that I stop talking about him. Thoughts? Clarification. How about that? It's not anything that the big tech platforms ever offered Andrew Tate, because all of his platforms, Instagram, Facebook, scrubbed off of TikTok, never had an official account, but still scrubbed off of TikTok. YouTube account completely gone. No strikes that were on it, okay? No active strikes that were on it, and it's what he's claimed as well. I can take him at his word because he's a man of truth and honesty and integrity, whereas Ethan Klein, slimy as the shit that he puts in his mouth. So again, you're going to have to add some clarification on that one, because protect your right to free speech. Again, if you got knocked off of a platform, I wouldn't say anything bad about you, but again, I wouldn't be saying, you know that guy who wanted other people canceled, and the guy who was knowingly lying and defaming somebody? Yeah, he had to eventually pay the piper. Sure is sad, I guess. Andrew Tate's philosophy revolves around the theoretical notion of escaping the matrix. You actually got that right. Sort of. Kind of. It's more or less just championing the issues that are less talked about and less recognized in society in regards to male and female relationships, but I guess for somebody who is writing this through gritted teeth without saying that Andrew Tate is a fucking misogynist and he beats and rapes women, which suggests that his ideas are a blueprint for mankind to get out of control of the government and the institutions. Cool. However, he has brought up he also brought upon a great deal of controversy towards the Anglo-American personality. Anglo-American person? Like, who are you talking about? Okay, because Andrew's like 1/3 black, so theoretically he's a black British American, if you want to really break it down, if you want to get granular about that. And then again, Ethan Klein. I think the last name's a little bit of a giveaway as to his ethnicity, so who are you going with here? With a 35-year-old being suspended from all major platforms such as TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, thousands of fucking times, fans have been provoked to speak out against the apparently unruly decision. Again, there was no justification for it, okay? The only thing that we've seen when it comes to Meta banning him off of Facebook and Instagram at the same time simultaneously is that he violated the policy of being a hateful individual. The fuck does that even mean? What specifically was hateful in his posts? Oh, it was him. Oh, okay, cool. Any previous violations? No, he just became a hateful individual. Can you point to anything hateful that he said? Women are property. Okay, in the greater context of that, a marriage, if you go to by the traditional term in any book of religion, that's what he was kind of speaking upon. But no, he said that women also couldn't drive, relaying a personal anecdote. That makes you a hateful and evil individual. It's almost like he was right over the target when it comes to, you know, feminism and the female imperative, and he was getting a little bit too on the point for that, and then therefore the cabal just had to go, fuck it. Because we already seen yesterday that there's open communication between all of the big tech platforms. Yeah, no. There's not a big cabal. There's just a very open and honest conversation going on between these people. Do you want to ban them first, or should we ban them first? Or because Twitter banned them a couple of different times a few years ago, there's already precedent there. Yeah, you turn off the switch on Friday. We'll just, you know, close up shop. We'll just make sure nobody's left in there on Monday. Cool, got it, good, since we're understood. A few of the biggest proponents of free speech have been influencers Jake Paul. Again, a guy who might be engaging Tate, the 4-time kickboxing world champion, in a big money fight down the road. But I think Jake Paul's also in October fighting Anderson Silva, which that'll be interesting. UFC champion Anderson Silva. Well, from back in the day, he's like 45 at this point. So again, you're just really cherry picking your opponents there, Paul. And Streeter, Aiden Ross, and Sneeko. He's never been on stream with Sneeko though. I like some of Sneeko's content, and he's currently been banned for, well, you should be banned for streaming with Nick Fuentes. But listen, my displeasure for the Cum Detective and the Catboy are just a little bit under the radar. Nothing I've really put out there before, but Nick Fuentes is an interesting individual, okay? Especially trying to blame the entire world's ills on Jews is a bridge too far, okay? I think it's a lot more simple to explain. But again, the world when you're 22, 23 is a lot different than a man of a certain age, okay? And that was a joke, by the way. Sneeko totally doesn't deserve to be fucking banned right now for, I think he got a week suspension for, it was a video clip that was up on his channel for quite a long time, actually, which is funny how all this shit works on YouTube. Been there, done that, and got the fucking t-shirt, and now the lingering effect on the channel because of it. But he made a claim about Trump in the 2020 election. I don't even know how serious it was. It was about a 30-minute long clip that was up there for the better part of a week, but then all of a sudden, no, you violated misinformation policy, so he's gone, okay? And I don't know if this Sportskeeda article would qualify as misinformation, but you know, hey, they're on the right side of this. I think Sportskeeda is owned and a part of the big Sports Illustrated complex, or one of those ones. We'll probably get to it at the bottom of this. And Aiden Ross, yeah, he's actually streamed with Tate, probably most prolifically because he hosted the XQC debate, and then also the Hasan Piker debate. And oh yes, we got some fucking heat for Hasan here in the second half of this. All had previously voiced their opinions against the embargoes put upon Tate. I hadn't heard about Aiden Ross. I know Jake Paul tweeted out the final message at the time saying that I might be fighting him in the ring soon, but I'm a big fan of free speech. Didn't hear anything about Ross, and yet Sneeko's gonna Sneeko. However, Tate's cease and desist letter to Ethan Klein has seen as ironically hampering the latter's right to free speech. Not quite. Have we actually seen this letter that's been out there? But again, you had every single opportunity to debate Tate, and you decided to duck it because, we got families and we just can't leave. You fucking fat bastard. Instead of engaging him in something that would draw, like, just think about that, okay? Think of Fresh and Fit what you will. And again, if you have a bad interpretation of Andrew Tate and his message, you probably think the same thing about Fresh and Fit. For me, I'm firmly on their side. Myron and Tate on one side, Hasan and Ethan on the other, okay? A live debate of ideas, a live conversation? Oh, it would be a total fucking bloodbath because Hasan and Ethan together don't have two fucking brain cells to rub together. And it would be one side of extreme, coherent articulation of ideas as opposed to a bunch of mumbling and just looking around stupidly because they don't have anything to read directly off of because they can't form a thought of their own. Again, just go and watch, if you can stomach it, or even just watch it on silent, because that would be just as good. Especially Hasan's response to Sam Hyde, which we'll get to. It's already teased in the thumbnail, I'd imagine. Haven't made it or anything like that, but all of the different cuts that are in there within like a 30-second speech, like this motherfucker can't string together a fucking sentence, let alone engage in a live debate. That's why both of them ducked it, okay? Oh, we gotta make content, low effort fucking streams for 6-8 hours a day. Like, I think the world can do without, okay, for just one fucking day. Go down to Miami during the summer, great fucking time. But again, one that looks like a whale and the other one who wears dresses in Miami, probably not the fucking hottest things when you'd have one of the most famous individuals on earth and then one of the biggest podcasters on earth, okay, walking the streets. I'd understand you don't want to be having such an in-person comparison between the two. I understand why you guys turned it down, but then not thinking that you'd have any repercussions by completely and totally disregarding that and then still being able to dispense your lies. Yeah, man, the Piper's knocking and he needs his toll. The 37, Ethan Klein's only 37. Holy, he's 2 years older than Tate and he only looks 2 decades older than Tate. Derisively appears to have approached online fans who defame the same rights for Tate. Pour one out for the worst person on the internet has seen in a long time. For you, Ethan, I wouldn't even bother. The letter has probably come on the back of Ethan's previous tweets against Tate, which alluded to the latter's alleged involvement in sex trafficking rackets and describing him as the worst person on the internet currently. Yeah, man, because you have a large, heavy emphasis on the large platform, and you continue to defame him by saying that he's a sex trafficker, a sex assaulter, okay? All of those other horrific things, you say them every opportunity that you get because, again, talking about Tate is good ratings for you. It's good fucking business for you. And then you do this against everybody else that you disagree with. You never attack their arguments. You just levy and lob these ad hominem attacks. He's bald. Why does he wear glasses inside? What a dork. All of these fucking low-effort arguments is what makes up a bulk of your fucking content. You do it to Myron, you done it to Tate, and you shouldn't have done it to Tate, because he has a lot of fucking money, he's got a lot of time. And you, on the other hand, you know, judging by your physique, probably don't have as much time. The former kickboxer and self-proclaimed top G. No, that's his nickname. Come on, it's the fucking nickname. Again, Ethan Klein's nickname. H3, diabetic, anything like that. Having a large fan base, but it's overwhelmingly, or at least algorithmically manipulated, okay, because we took a look at that. I forget which video that was. One of the long ones. I think the shortest Andrew Tate video that I've done is half an hour. This one might actually be the shortest by the time that we're all said and done. Nothing's going to come close to the about 3 hours breaking down the final message video, which I'm very proud of. And hey, you know what? It's funny, right? Because I forgot about this and I haven't brought it up before, okay? Because that video was down for a couple of hours because it got taken down, get this one, by the YouTube algorithm, okay, or somebody flagged it or something like that, because of course they did, because I was being complimentary to the position of Andrew Tate, hearing him out, dissecting the video line by line, statement by statement, because I've heard his content, I know his positions, and I figured I could add some insight. Ergo, the hour 13-minute long video that Tate put out ended up being a 2 hour 50-minute long video from myself, because I had a couple of things to say over the top of that. Now, on YouTube, okay, that got taken down a couple days after it got posted. I received a notification in my email box. I took a look at it and it's like, why the fuck did I get taken down? I take a look at it. It's violated our community guidelines. Okay, which policy did I violate? The community guidelines one. And it's like, this is retarded. Okay, did I get a strike for this? Because again, it's been about that time. I'm about due for another strike and this will not affect your channel at all whatsoever. And it's like, oh, okay, cool. So we're just taking down on YouTube all of the different pro-Tate content. So I just levied an appeal, filed it out, and then within a couple of hours, it's like, yeah, no, it's all good. We'll just go ahead and put it back up. Thanks for appealing. which is just so fucking stupid, okay? There was nothing objectionable, okay? It was the exact same content I put out every single fucking day in terms of tone and tenor, okay? It wasn't edited. It was just 3 hours of me on the screen with my trusty water bottle, which I don't have around with me right now. Actually, it's right behind me, and I don't need to turn around, okay? But that apparently violated the community guidelines, and they didn't even provide any sort of clarification on that. It's just weird. It's just fucking weird how you have a pro Tate video taken down for a little while. It's still being viewed right now, which I'm very much appreciative of. I put in a lot of effort on that one. But then, right, when we broke down what was going on Twitter, on the people responding and saying that Andrew Tate is just such a malevolent influence on our young society, and the people making those claims all had pronouns in their bio, and they think that corrupting the youth is their job, so they were just really big mad about somebody else encroaching on their territory. Now, they would put with their hundreds and, no, not hundreds and hundreds, just 100 followers, they would put out a tweet and it would get 100,000 likes. Like, it wasn't making any fucking sense. So there was obvious manipulation going on, okay? And now somebody, because they get favored by the algorithm, okay? I could be watching a Fresh and Fit video, one of their daytime podcasts, which I highly recommend, especially their Money Monday stuff. Incredibly good, high quality stuff that they have out there. I like them, okay? Again, like, it's pretty fucking obvious at this point. But right underneath of it, I'll get a recommendation for Ethan Klein and fucking Hasan's Leftovers podcast. It's like, that's very apropos, okay? Because I wouldn't even put both of them inside of a fucking microwave for 3.5 hours, okay? I don't know why they get recommended, but again, if I go off-brand and I just watch, I don't know, like a media critique video, I will never, ever get a recommendation for anything that I watch consistently. It's just fucking wild. Users have also pointed out that his opinions were libelous in nature. Yeah, exactly, for the reasons that I said before, okay? Like, if he was just doing his same old H3 stick, okay, trying to make some fucking ham-fisted jokes, okay, that would be fine. Nobody would have a problem with that. You're still talking about Tate. You're getting views on that one. But when you're starting to make these provably false, defamatory claims about him being a criminal in some form or fashion, that's libel. That's defamation. You can be sued for that. He's at least giving you the good faith that you'll stop what you're doing before he has to file a formal lawsuit against you. Because again, he's got hundreds of millions of dollars. You have hundreds of millions of chins. So what are we going to do here? He doesn't want your hoard of Twinkies, okay? He just wants you to shut your fucking mouth when it comes to the law. Because you clearly don't fucking know it. You were probably one of these propagandists who thought that Kyle Rittenhouse shot 3 black guys. Anyways, here are some of the reactions that are shared on Twitter regarding the entire fiasco. I don't know who this guy is. Defamation is a completely different ballgame, Ethan, especially when when his voice is completely stripped to the point of not being able to defend himself. Hey, this is a very, very good point. Time to see if there's any merit into what you were saying about him. Yeah, no, exactly. Hey, man, if he's a confirmed sex trafficker, you can just go ahead and take this directly to court. You can have your day in court. You can have yourself proven and vindicated to everybody that's out there. You weren't on my side from the beginning when it came to my clarion call for the free speech warriors to come and side with me. But then when you realize that that bucket is empty, maybe you'll just shut your mouth when it comes to Tate. Arius, just because he is a hypocrite does not go against our point that he shouldn't be banned for saying sexist things. Yeah, your interpretation of sexism, whatever the fuck it is, that person is at least principled. Yeah, I don't like what you're saying, but at the same time, you shouldn't be canceled or silenced for saying those things. It's kind of the centrist road on this stuff, and again, you might end up agreeing with Tate like many other people have if you just go and take a look at everything in context instead of just basing your opinions on somebody with just fucking clips. Because again, somebody else that I brought up in that 3-hour-long video, Sargon of Akkad, Carl Benjamin, podcast of the Lotus Eaters. Okay, he has no idea who Andrew Tate is. He was saying, well, I don't know, I just I caught a couple of clips and I just formed my opinion on him. And then when somebody clarified it, because I was listening to something else that he was on, okay, and then the topic of Andrew Tate came up, because of course it is. It's what's in the zeitgeist right now. He just started to clarify his positions, and it's like, oh, okay, cool. Well, if that's what he was talking about, imagine that. Everybody's perception, okay, outside of a very small minority of people, okay, I would say the internet reaction, or at least what's being put out there, is about 95% of people are either too fucking scared or too misinformed to have a proper opinion of what Andrew Tate is talking about. Most of the people have seen the clips that are on TikTok, the shorts that are on YouTube, the reels that are on Instagram, the posts that were put on Instagram that were a precursor to Andrew Tate being canceled. That's what people are going on, okay? They're going on that narrative that he's a sex trafficker, he's a rapist, he beats women. It's just so funny whenever somebody brings up, he beats women, there's a video of it, he got thrown off of Big Brother because of it. Just, okay, he broke that down in the final message, which was kind of funny in retrospect, the final message, and then he was on Tucker the next evening, and then he had that huge broadcast on Rumble the day after. But he broke down that video, and it's like, okay, cool, it was with his girlfriend, they were doing some kink shit, which is funny, because again, these people think that, oh yeah, the kids know about their sexuality when they're fucking minors, but again, somebody who likes to engage in some light BDSM stuff, they're degenerates and they're women beaters. Weird. You want to chop off kids' tits, but a guy who wants to fuck a legitimate 9 with a little bit of spanking and some bad acting, that's off limits. No charitable interpretations there? Alright, bet. But again, he wasn't wearing a shirt. They were in bed. She was wearing lingerie. You couldn't connect the dots on that one, my guy? No, you were just being a bad faith, disingenuous actor. Big shock on that one. Let's see what Dan PS has to say about this. Well, I think quite easy. H3H3 Productions. Okay, free speech doesn't protect against defamation. But then again, I don't expect you to know basic things. Fucking based, my guy. Somebody tweets a Trump clip. It's a blue check mark, so it could go either way. Olivia, I don't know which way this is going. Not top G behavior. I don't know. I mean, if it's defamation, not exactly covered by the First Amendment. Again, yeah, good fucking points here. Andrew Tate's document is expected to contain libel charges. Well, it's probably going to cite libel charges that's on there. Okay, and I'd imagine he's probably going to put it out there, or maybe he has by now. And then we'll probably get clarification on the next emergency meeting when Mr. Producer fires up his show. Don't know when. I think him and Tristan are on a boat and, a mega yacht in Croatia. Some incredibly gorgeous women. God bless him. God bless him. So yeah, Ethan Klein will probably have some content for people to ruminate on over the weekend. And boy, I can wait for him. I can wait for that. But again, he'll probably, call over his buddy who's a massive fucking pussy. Massive fucking pussy. Oh, it doesn't quite fit. God damn it. Anyways, but you got Hasan Piker. Hasan Piker. Hasan Piker! Oh, it's so funny. It's so funny. He's such a bitch. He is a total fucking cuck, okay? Like this dude, right? Like he thinks that he's the king of Twitch, okay? He definitely got one of the most consistently large platforms on the site for reasons that totally fucking escape me, because the commentary is less than insightful. It's not quite damaging, except for your eardrums or to your cognitive processes, or your ability to discern common sense from just words pouring out of a very, very, very privileged man's mouth. A guy who will espouse communism, who will stand there in about $1,000 worth of drip wearing a shirt that says "Eat the Rich," probably with his mansion in the background. Again, this motherfucker doesn't employ anybody, but he also says communism and socialism for all and pays his editor with exposure. Or, I bought him a computer, Slay, I bought him, so he can edit, a computer. Ban that guy in the chat. He brought up Sam Hyde's name. Who's Sam Hyde, you may ask? A very eclectic man. A man who, one video in and of itself cannot properly do this guy justice. He's legitimately Andy Kaufman of the right. Okay? Like, he's done some crazy shit. He's had an Adult Swim show, like, on the fucking network, okay? And then he got canceled off of that. And then he's just done these different characters throughout the year. Like, he is a funny man. And his most recent character, the CANDYMAN, is just a throwback, I guess, to an old Irishman who's just the fucking menace in the ring. And he's taken a liking or a fixation with Hasan Piker. And it makes no sense. I don't quite understand it, but it's one of the funniest fucking things I have seen in a very, very, very long time, okay? And again, Hasan, punch a Nazi Piker. Again, a guy who just vehemently hates Nazis so much and just calls for people to commit violence against his the political enemies, has the opportunity to go out there and punch a legitimate Nazi, a mentally ill Nazi in Sam Hyde. And he fucking ducks it, and he cries, and he bitches, and whines, and complains. Like, again, Sam Hyde's a fucking unit. Like, he's a big dude. Not too sure how tall he is, but let's just also throw Hasan Piker in there, okay? They probably got a picture of this bitch right here, okay? Like, he's a pretty big dude as well. I think I've heard things that he's anywhere between 6'5" and 6'7". He apparently keeps in good shape, but he wears a lot of fucking clothing, okay, for a guy who's in good shape. But again, he also sits in front of a screen and mumbles out about 6 words a minute, okay, for 8+ hours at a time. And for whatever reason, and again, I don't know how Sam Hyde ended up putting the crosshairs on Hasan Piker, but I'm definitely here for it because it's fucking hilarious. And again, it just shows that Hasan, at the end of the day, isn't a man of substance. He isn't a man of value. He's a fucking bully, okay? Because if he was given the opportunity against a guy that wasn't Sam Hyde, okay, a guy that was, I don't know, like an average guy, okay, 5'8", 170 pounds, he might hop in the ring with him. But again, Sam Hyde is probably 6'3", and he's built like a fucking brick shithouse. As a guy, in his very words, who says, "Oh, it looks like he's a Dagestani would punch boulders for fun." Like, he's yard ripped, okay? Like a guy who's had a hard life, like a farm boy tough, farm boy strong guy, okay? And what's the worst thing that'll happen, okay? You go, you get a lot of money from one of these celebrity influencer boxer matches. You show up, you put on a good show. It's not like he's actually going to kill you. Like, for fuck's sakes, it's all regulated and shit. And again, there's bigger motherfuckers than Sam Hyde that'll pull him off of him if he just decides to go full ground and pound. You would be fine, but you're a coward. You're a bitch, you're a pussy, and you ban anybody in your chat that mentions Sam Hyde, Candyman, any of the previous other monikers that he's adopted over the years, okay? You're running and fucking hiding, and instead of facing somebody face to face, like you had the opportunity to do to Andrew Tate as well, you just cower behind your microphone, behind your screen, safe inside your multi-million-dollar mansion where no big scary men will actually make you face them and live up to one of the axioms that I think your side popularized. You have the right to free speech. Oh, private platforms can do whatever they want, but your free speech comes with consequences. So, again, you want to talk shit? Fuck around and find out. No, get rid of him. Ban him. It's been 3 days now. It's been longer than that because this went down Saturday night or something like that. So it's just been about a week. At the end of his victorious fight, he made a call out to Breadtube fake socialist Hasan Piker. There's a lot of editorializing in this article. I like it. I appreciate it. It's something that I would say, but we'll take this all with a grain of salt as well. Hasan, for his part, made sure to cry like a little bitch on air, but in a very stunning and brave way. We start the video post call out with the human cockroach whining. Hasan, punch a Nazi Piker. If you're a sub, you're not getting unbanned for showing a Hyde clip. Look, you have if you see a mentally ill Nazi, okay, on the internet, be like, I'm gonna kill Hasan Piker. Okay, I'm gonna come to his house and murder him. No. Sam Hyde was a lot more flamboyant and a lot less pathetic, okay? You know, trying to cower and weasel his way out of this situation. I understand. You're like, oh, this is some information that he should probably watch. Like, he should watch addresses, okay? And honestly, just don't post. Get the fuck out of the community. Stop asking me questions. I want to fight you, Candyman. You're scary. You're big. And I like to pick up people that aren't going to fight back. This is what true courage looks like. Everybody stand up and praise brave Hasan, the man who courageously ducked a fight with an almost 40-year-old comedian with one professional bout to his name. Yeah, no, exactly. And Hasan will post pictures of him weekly kicking. could also be exercising in his driveway, where the guy who's holding the fucking kick pad for him is making his kicks look a little bit more deadly by pushing the mat into his weak circle kicks. Like, it's fucking pathetic, okay? He clearly, okay, Hasan, for being a tall guy who's, I guess, in good shape, because we've seen him in dresses before, yeah, he definitely skips leg day. We'll just go ahead and throw that out there. I'd show you my legs, but you know what, that would probably involve my balls popping out of my shorts, and we can't have that on YouTube. Shockingly, even Twitter wasn't having any of it. Oh, but that was Stone Toss, okay? You run, but you can't hide. Blocked by Hasan and posted pictures of Sam Hyde. Hilarious. I guess that's what happens when your entire shtick is pretending to be an Antifa tough guy. Yeah, no, I think in the background of his video there, he has the Antifa handbook or something like that in the back corner. Very, very funny, right? He's out there. He's being anti-fascist. Okay, well, you have one of the guys who's one of his previous characters was Hitler's top guy or some shit like that. Again, Sam Hyde's a very eclectic man. But you have every opportunity in the world to be anti-fascist on a public stage, and you chicken out of it. Oh well, you hate to see it. Aiden Hill, whatever. Hasan Piker said America deserved 9/11. Yeah, no, exactly. He went on the Young Turks to apologize, sort of, but continues to make excuses for the words that he said. Like, it's fucking weird. But again, he said that stuff a couple of years ago. What repercussions did he face? Oh, okay, cool. Andrew Tate didn't even approximate anything close to that, and he got blacklisted from every single big tech platform. Make that make sense. And he's crying about Sam Hyde threatening him LMFAO. Yeah, of course. Months ago, this guy here talked about doing an expose of Breadtube, but Breadtube's basically fucking dead, okay? That's all of those, commies just got together and, I don't know, just batted around bad ideas about how they were going to support Bernie in 2020, and then just tucked their tails and just kind of cried into their socialist body pillow and just said, well, just vote for Biden because he's not as bad as Trump. And then Vosh was off in the corner talking about horse cocks or something like that. I don't fucking know. Exchanging communications with Hasan's uncle, who also really appreciates horse cock as well. And I never really got around to it. Oh, sure, I did some work on Hasan Piker before, but I never really had a burning desire to put it all together in one place to take these people down. Yeah, and again, you can do all of the best work in the entire world, expose Hasan for who exactly he is, but it's not really going to matter at the end of the day. Him, like Ethan Klein, are in the back pocket of Susan, okay? They're just going to suck up. These are the people. This is the side of the internet that can say fucking anything. They can get away with what the fuck ever, catch the lightest sentence possible. Like, what's her name? The fucking Adriana Chechik, an actual fucking porn star, was caught fucking on Twitch. You think that I'm being hyperbolic about this? She was actually fucking on a live Twitch stream. You know what she got for a punishment after the sex, okay, from Twitch itself. I don't know how the sex act ended up concluding, okay, because you caught a reflection of it in a mirror and it was broadcast to, again, Twitch skews 90% of their audience is 18 or younger, okay? Just go ahead and leave that in their mind, okay? So you got a porn star who's streaming with fucking pasties over her nipples with a fishnet top, okay, getting fucked in the mirror. She gets a 7-day ban on Twitch. I'm sure she's probably back by now. Hilarious. Fucking hilarious, okay? So you get actual degenerates, and you just get mental degenerates. Never face any consequences, okay? Hasan had to go apologize for his 9/11 comments that he made on Twitch. Where's he at right now? Still on Twitch. You're getting probably, what, 45,000 viewers? It's fucking wild. Twitch is a place where people stream. That's about the nicest thing I can say about it. Second and third results were his uncensored subreddit. Sorry, Googling Hasan Piker punch and Nancy really hammered home why. Where he, Tranissary, I don't know about any of this stuff. This is all just getting very fucking weird. Oh, but yeah, no, there he is. Make the rich pay. A motherfucker who, again, socialist, bought a $2.7 million home, pretends to be poor, employs nobody, enriches nobody, takes from everybody. Sounds like a socialist to me. And if there's one thing I can forgive somebody for, is being such a clown that they make Ben Shapiro and Jordan Peterson look good. I'll take your criticism of Ben Shapiro, because I think that it's just basic bitch tradcon takes, but I think the vast majority of Jordan Peterson's work is good. It's just incomplete when it comes to intersexual relationships, okay, and parenting, okay? Which again, vociferous support of Andrew Tate is really lacking one particular name out there. Somebody who went to Romania, traveled around, spent a couple of days with Andrew Tate. Michaela, paging Michaela. Oh, you wouldn't really want to, ruffle that feather. You would, ruffle that henhouse of problems that's out there. Of course, no, you wouldn't want to have to. No, you really wouldn't want to have to explain that picture at all. And the fact that you and changed clothes as well. No, you wouldn't want to have to explain any of that stuff, considering that during that time you were just simply separated from your husband, and then you would end up going and reconciling that when he helped get your father treatment in Russia for the rehab that he was going through, and then he'd go and divorce that husband and then get married to some new schmuck. Yeah, no, you wouldn't want to have to explain any of that stuff, and the fact that you're staring at him lovingly in one of the pictures and then leaning in on the other one. I understand the position that you're in, and that you wouldn't want to elaborate on the situation at all whatsoever. Nope. But you know who is going to have some elaborating to do? That will be Ethan Klein. And then when that comes out, yeah, I'll be talking about that as well. Because again, top G forever. That dude's the fucking man, and he's got all the sauce in the world. With all that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.